Hello kids, we have a very beautiful and interesting story with us today, and the title is At Arms with Morpheus. I never could quite understand how Tom Hopkins came to make that blunder, for he had been through a whole term at a medical college before he inherited his aunt's fortune and had been considered strong in therapeutics. तो जो टॉम हॉपकिंस हैं उनको अपनी आंट से एक फॉर्च्यून बहुत बड़ा मिला था, लेकिन उससे पहले मेडिकल कॉलेज की पूरी टर्म कर चुके थे और सबके अकॉर्डिंगली थेराप्यूटिक्स में काफ़ी स्ट्रांग थे। फिर उन्होंने ये गलती कैसे करी? अब ये कौन सी गलती है? लेट्स रीड। We had been making a call together that evening, and afterwards Tom ran up to my room for a chat before going on to his own luxurious apartments. I had stepped into the other room for a moment when I heard Tom sing out, "Oh Billy, I am going to take about 4 grains of quinine, if you don't mind. I am feeling all blue and shivery. Guess I am taking cold." तो उन्होंने क्या कहा कि मैं क्वांटिटी क्विनीन की लेता हूँ क्योंकि थोड़ा सा कोल्ड लग रहा है। All right, I called back. The bottle is on the second shelf. Take it in a spoonful of that elixir of eucalyptus. It knocks the bitter out. क्विनीन वैसे दवाई बहुत कड़वी है, तो इन्होंने क्या सजेस्ट करा कि यूकेलिप्टस का जो मिक्सचर रखा है उसमें मिक्स करके लो ताकि ज़्यादा कड़वी ना लगे। After I came back, we sat by the fire. In about 8 minutes, Tom sank back into a gentle collapse. I went straight to the medicine cabinet and looked. "You unmitigated hayseed," I growled. "See what money will do for a man's brains." मतलब उन्होंने शायद कुछ गलत दवाई ले ली थी। There stood the morphine bottle with the stopper out, just as Tom had left it. क्या करा था इन्होंने? क्विनीन लेने की बजाय मॉर्फिन में से उन्होंने दवाई ले ली थी। I routed out another young MD who roomed on the floor above and sent him for old Dr. Gales 2 squares away. अब क्योंकि इन्होंने गलत दवाई ले ली थी और ये ऑलमोस्ट अनकॉन्शियस हो गए थे, तो उन्होंने दूसरे MD जो कि वहीं पे रह रहे थे उनके ऊपर वाले फ्लोर पे डॉक्टर गेल्स को बुलाने के लिए भेजा। Tom Hopkins has too much money to be attended by rising young practitioners alone. अब ये थोड़ा सा ताना कसा था कि शायद इनके पास इतना पैसा है कि जो अभी पढ़ रहे हैं, मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स हैं या यंग अभी अभी डॉक्टर बने हैं, उनसे इनका इलाज नहीं होने वाला। When Gales came, we put Tom through as expensive a course of treatment as the resource of the profession permitted. After the more drastic remedies, we gave him citrate of caffeine in frequent doses and strong coffee and walked him up and down the floor between two of us. क्योंकि उनका उस टाइम पे अनकॉन्शियस रहना खतरनाक था, तो उनको कॉन्शियस या जगा के रखने के लिए उनको थोड़ी कॉफ़ी देते गए और आपस में पकड़ करके चलाते गए ऊपर और नीचे फ्लोर के बीच में। Old Gales pinched him and slapped his face and worked hard for the big check he could see in the distance. The young MD from the next floor gave Tom a most hearty, rousing kick and then apologized to me. "Could not help it," he said. "I never kicked a millionaire before in my life. I may never have another opportunity." अब क्योंकि जगा के रखना था, डॉक्टर गेल्स उनको थोड़ी बार देर में पिंच कर रहे थे और जो यंग MD थे वो दूसरे फ्लोर से, उन्होंने तो जोर की किक ही मार दी उन्हें। "Now," said Dr. Gales after a couple of hours, "he will do, but keep him awake for another hour. You can do that by talking to him and shaking him up occasionally. When his pulse and respiration are normal, then let him sleep. I will leave him with you now." I was left alone with Tom, whom we had laid on a couch. He lay very still and his eyes were half closed. I began my work of keeping him awake. "Well, old man," I said, You have had a narrow squeak, but we have pulled you through. When you were attending lectures, Tom, didn't any of the professors ever casually remark that morphia never spells quinea or quinea, especially in 4-grain doses? But I won't pile it up on you until you get on your feet. But you ought to have been a druggist, Tom. You are splendidly qualified to fill prescriptions. ये भी ताना मारा था. ड्रगिस्ट क्या करते थे पुराने टाइम में कि डॉक्टर्स ने जो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिखी वो दवाइयाँ पेशेंट्स को देते थे. तो ताना क्या था? टॉम ने तो दवाई का नाम ही गलत पढ़ के खुद ले ली थी. टॉम looked at me with a faint and foolish smile. Billy, he murmured, I feel just like a hummingbird flying around a jolly lot of most beautiful roses. Don't bother me. Going sleep now. तो नींद में थे और क्या बोले कि मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि मैं हमिंग बर्ड हूँ और रोजेस के आसपास उड़ रहा हूँ. अभी मुझे बॉदर मत करो. एंड ही वेंट टू स्लीप इन 2 seconds. अब डॉक्टर ने क्या कहा था? जगा के रखने को. सो आई शुक हिम बाय द शोल्डर. नाउ टॉम, आई सेड सीवियरली, दिस वोंट डू. The big doctor said you must stay awake for at least an hour. Open your eyes. You are not entirely safe yet, you know. Wake up. Tom Hopkins weighs 198. He gave me another somnolent grin and fell into deeper slumber. Somnolent grin मतलब नींद में ही एक स्माइल दी. Tom's breathing became abnormal. And that in connection with morphia poisoning means danger. क्योंकि गलत दवाई ली थी मॉर्फिया और उनकी ब्रीदिंग भी थोड़ी सी एबनॉर्मल थी, तो उनके लिए अभी खतरा टला नहीं था. Then I began to think I could not rouse his body. I must try to excite his mind. भाई क्योंकि वो थोड़े हैवी थे, अब उनको फिजिकली तो जगा के रख नहीं सकते थे, तो एक तरीका था कि उनको दिमाग से एंगेज करके रखें. Make him angry was an idea that suggested itself. Good, I thought, but how? गुस्सा दिलाओ, लेकिन कैसे? अब गुस्से में तो वो थोड़ा जागे रहते ना. There was not a joint in Tom's armor. Dear old fellow. He was good nature itself and a gallant gentleman. Fine and true and clean as sunlight. He came from somewhere down south where they still have ideals and a code. New York had charmed but had not spoiled him. He had that old-fashioned, chivalrous reverence for women. That, eureka! There was my idea. I worked the thing up for a minute or two in my imagination. I chuckled to myself at the thought of springing a thing like that on old Tom Hopkins. Then I took him by the shoulder and shook him till his ears flopped. He opened his eyes lazily. I assumed an expression of scorn and contempt and pointed my finger within 2 inches of his nose. Listen to me, Hopkins, I said in cutting and distinct tones. You and I have been good friends, but I want you to understand that in the future, my doors are closed against any man who acts as much like a scoundrel as you have. Tom looked the least but interested. What's the matter, Billy? He muttered composedly. Don't your clothes fit you? मजाक में कहा कि क्या तुम्हारे कपड़े तुम्हें फिट नहीं आ रहे? If I were in your place, I went on, which thank God I am not. I think I would be afraid to close my eyes. How about that girl you left waiting for you down among those lonesome southern pines? The girl that you have forgotten since you came into your confounded money. Oh, I know what I am talking about. While you were a poor medical student, she was good enough for you. But now, since you are a millionaire, it's different. I wonder what she thinks of the performances of the peculiar class of people which she has been taught to worship, the southern gentlemen. I am sorry, Hopkins, that I was forced to speak about these matters, but you have covered it up so well and played your part so nicely that I would have sworn you were above such unmanly tricks. अब उस टाइम पे ये जो सदर्न जेंटलमैन है ना, ये बहुत ही कर्टियस और शिवलरस माने जाते थे. तो क्या इन पे इल्ज़ाम लगाया बिली ने कि कोई एक लड़की है जिनके साथ आप बहुत फ्रेंडली थे जब तक तो आपके पास ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं थे, लेकिन अपनी इनहेरिटेंस मिलते ही आप उसे भूल गए. अब इल्ज़ाम काफ़ी बड़ा था. Poor Tom. I could scarcely keep from laughing outright to see him struggling against the effects of the opiate. वो जो मॉर्फिया लिया था उसके असर के अगेंस्ट. He was distinctly angry and I didn't blame him. Tom had a southern temper. His eyes were opened now and they showed a gleam or two of fire. But the drug still clouded his mind and bound his tongue. Confound you, he stammered. I'll smash you. He tried to rise from the couch. With all his size, he was very weak now. I thrust him back with one arm. He laid there, glaring like a lion in a trap. इल्ज़ाम इतना गलत था कि उन्हें बहुत गुस्सा आ गया. गुस्से की वजह से जाग तो गए, लेकिन अभी भी उस दवाई का असर उन पे था, जिसकी वजह से थोड़ा सा हकला के बोल रहे थे और इतनी स्ट्रेंथ नहीं थी कि उठ के शायद बिली को मुक्का ही मार देते. That will hold you for a while, you old loony, I said to myself. I walked around a bit, congratulating myself on my brilliant idea. I heard a snore. I looked around. Tom was asleep again. I walked over and punched him on the jaw. He looked at me as pleasant and ungrudging as an idiot. इतना सब होने के बावजूद भी सो गए. तो बिली ने क्या करा, उनको एक मुक्का मारा. I want you to recover yourself and get out of my rooms as soon as you can, I said insultingly. I have told you what I think of you. If you have any honor or honesty left, you will think twice before you attempt again to associate with gentlemen. She is a poor girl, isn't she? I sneered. I thought that quite dramatic. I turned my back on Tom and winked at myself in a mirror. I heard him moving and I turned again quickly. I didn't want 198 pounds falling in me from the rear. But Tom had only turned partly over and laid one arm across his face. He spoke a few words rather more distinctly than before. I couldn't have talked this way to you, Billy, even if I had heard people lying about you. But just as soon as I can stand up, I will break your neck. Don't forget it. तो जहाँ बिली को लगा कि कहीं उठ के उन पे हमला ना बोल दें, टॉम ने क्या किया, सिर्फ थोड़ा सा टर्न किया चेयर पे और बोला कि अगर किसी ने तुम्हारे बारे में ऐसा झूठ बोला होता ना बिली, तब भी मैं शायद तुम्हारे साथ ऐसा ना करता. I did feel a little ashamed then, but it was to save Tom. In the morning, when I explained it, we would have a good laugh over it together. बिली को भी थोड़ा बुरा तो लगा, लेकिन वो उन्होंने टॉम के भले के लिए ही तो किया था. In about 20 minutes, Tom dropped into a sound, easy slumber. I felt his pulse, listened to his respiration and let him sleep, क्योंकि अब खतरा टल चुका था. Everything was normal and Tom was safe. I went into the other room and tumbled into bed. I found Tom up and dressed when I awoke the next morning. He was entirely himself again, with the exception of shaky nerves and a tongue like a white oak chip. मतलब सिर्फ थोड़े से ट्रेम्बल कर रहे थे और ज़बान पे कुछ वाइट वाइट था. What an idiot I was, he said thoughtfully. I remember thinking that quinine bottle looked queer while I was taking the dose. Have much trouble in bringing me round? तो उन्होंने पूछा, मुझे वापस से ठीक करने में बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुई होगी? I told him no. His memory seemed bad about the entire affair. I concluded that he had no recollection of my efforts to keep him awake and decided not to enlighten him. Some other time, I thought when he was feeling better, we could have some fun over it. When Tom was ready to go, he stopped with the door open and shook my hand. Much obliged, old fellow, he said quietly, for taking so much trouble with me and for what you said. I am going down now to telegraph to a little girl. मतलब उनको याद था कि बिली ने कुछ कहा था इनसे जिसकी वजह से ये थोड़ा जागे रहे थे या थोड़ा होश में थे सोने से पहले. आई होप यू फाउंड दिस स्टोरी इंटरेस्टिंग. कई बार हमें बहुत कुछ ऐसी ट्रिक्स यूज़ करनी पड़ती हैं दूसरों की जान बचाने के लिए.